But I want to show you what I call the European view, and then the regular west view. And all the corner units are 2-bedroom with the bedrooms separated. You'll see downstairs when we get to where they framed out. But there's a bedroom there and a bedroom here. But as you... That's
partial wall.
No, real bedrooms.
Real bedrooms. Okay.
But when you take a look out here and see all the churches, it's absolutely fascinating that this used to be such a religiously oriented neighborhood. When you go from
there was a lot of Eastern Europeans.
Yeah.
Predominantly back then. They were all slaves to the church. They were,
absolutely. And it was a very close-knit neighborhood. I mean, when we talked to old-timers, or when we talked to them, and they told us about the history of the neighborhood, it just really was
what Voltaire said about when man will truly be free?
When?
When the last king is strangled with the guts of the last priest?
Yes. No, that makes sense. But we don't want that to happen to these priests because they've been very, very positive for the neighborhood. And as you can see the lake.
Yeah, this is a great urban feel to this. It's not the pure traditional high-rise.
Exactly. No, we've been very, very excited. Every time I see the lake, I kind of get a cool feeling.
One of the things I like
here too. You got these views of the trains and the stuff.
We knock on wood, have never really had any problems with some of the other areas that do have problems with breaking into cars and things like that, and burglaries. And we asked the people over at 13th, which is the Wood Street station, and they said one of the reasons why this area has been very kind of neglected by the burglars and some of the criminals is that you always have to cross a bridge to get into this area. And they don't want to be out in the open. Right, if you go to Lakeview or Lincoln Park, they can jump down an alley, they're gone. You can't find them. Here, in order to get out of the area, you have to cross the bridge at Halstead or Chicago or Milwaukee or Ogden, and it kind of gives you a moat effect of some comfort. So we raised our kids in the area. They went to near North Montessori School up at, first it was at St. John's, then it was up to on Division Street.
My kids went there for a while.
Yeah, it's
when they were in preschool.
Yeah, that's what our kids did. So it was
went all the way through high school. They extended it through high school, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they went all the way through high school.
Well, they went to near North Montessori till first grade, and then they went down Shamet.
Okay. Carpool them up there, or
me carpool? Although I've had my car now for 8 years, and I now have 54,000 miles on it.
Shamet is, for people who don't know, is up on Lakeshore Drive at about
3,800.
3,800.
Yeah. But yeah, when you stand here, it's just, you see Chicago in its finest. I mean, you see the downtown areas, you see the neighborhoods. I hate to be romantic about it, but I do get romantic about it. I think it's just wonderful.
I remember 901 being up on the top floor and this spectacular view of the Kennedy Expressway.
Oh, yeah.
Expressway sweeping by. If you like that kind of energy level, it was great.
People who live on Lakeshore Drive love all the cars.
Yeah.
And all the, so.
Are you going to be able to go up on the roof? Is that just for the penthouses? Or?
No. There's a separate room that'll have a bar area and refrigerator and whatnot. And we did that with the River West. Here, we'll go to the other side and you'll see the different. But we did that on River West too, so it becomes kind of a communal area.
Okay. So everybody gets the views.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the biggest thing for River West on the weekends is the views. Step through the whatever. segue. Because there's our roof deck for River West. You can see the Denny crane chairs. I don't know if any of you guys watch Boston Legal. I don't. But they have these big polyester chairs that they sit on at the end of the show. Smoke the cigars. So,
brandy.
Yep. So on nice days, that deck is filled on the weekends. There are parties up there. We have to cut it off at 1 o'clock. Because they do sometimes have bands and music and whatnot. Because again, here's the view. And the area where the water tanks used to be for the sprinklers is that block. And that is a room that has a fireplace and places to kind of chill out. Very cool. Yeah, we really haven't always made the most money, but I've had a lot of fun doing it. Because I once told a developer who did a really shitty project.
You're gonna go bankrupt though, Jack. So.
No. It wasn't that important. I mean, it's important because you got to pay back the bank. But I once told a developer who had done a pretty shitty project, but was telling me how much he made a boatload of money. I said, let me tell you about your boatload of money. You already spent that boatload, but that piece of shit's going to be up there with your name on it for the next 50 years.
Nobody remembers the developer.
Except if you do a pretty shitty.
The architect, though.
Well, one of the ways that I got some zoning done was by threatening to sell the property, another property, to this developer. And they said, no. What do you want now? We don't want another one of those in our neighborhood. But Chicago is such a spectacular architectural city. When you look at that, I mean, it's not New York, but I think the architecture here is just so exciting. Whether it's Ralph Steele at Sky Bridge or whether it's, the green building with the curve.
What's your take on Trump Tower?
I thought it was very nice. I just hope that it's successful.
Spire?
I think it's a piece of shit. I don't like the spire. That's gimmicky to me. I mean, when Ralph creates forms and shapes...
Is it going to get built?
I don't think so. I don't know how many people in Chicago are going to spend $2,000 per square foot or whatever it is. And I don't know how many people from Europe want to come here on a regular basis. So, but yeah, Trump I think is exciting. The new rental building that Solomon Cordwell did for Dan Levin and McHugh is wonderful. I mean, it's tied into the East Bank, but it's really a big building. J.B. Spathis' building, I thought I like the back end of that building because at night, BJ. But the nice thing is at night, you see all the lights in the hallways, so it reads with these white strips. Is that
Riverbed? What was that?
Riverbed. Yeah.
My favorite is still 77 Wacker.
Yeah. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous building. And then right behind you, you can see the Civic Center that was done by a guy named Jack Berger, who was part of Lisa's team. So a shooter. The brown one that's just to the left is Portland Steel. The brown one that's one is the Apparel Center. The other one is well, it's just on the other side of East Bank. This one is Kinsey.